Hello everybody, my name's Richard Watson and this is Anglais the Easy Way. Today I'd like to start a new series for some of the students out there who are not quite so confident, who have more trouble speaking and more trouble learning. I'm going to start a series called Let's Fix One Thing. And basically I'm going to take one grammar point or one typical difficulty for English learners, especially French people learning English. And I'm going to try to give you enough information that you walk away from the episode having something you can apply. And today, for the first one, I'd like to look at the difference between say and tell. And I'm going to start by reading a conversation. And I'm going to read it really slowly. And once you've heard what I say about say and tell, come back and listen to this conversation again and see if it makes sense to you. So here it is. We have Anna, who's nervous and rehearsing because she's an actor, and that means she's practicing. And we have Leo, who's calm and supportive and reassuring. So here we go. Anna, I just don't know what to say. What can I possibly say? He'll just start talking about other things. You know how he is. Leo, Anna, stop. Let's just talk this through one more time. You have to speak to him today. You've been saying you would for weeks. Anna, I know, but when I try to imagine it, the words won't come out. He told me last month that my contribution was valued. He actually said, we'll talk about your future here soon. Soon. Leo, so tell him that. You should speak calmly. Don't start by saying you're upset. Anna, okay, I'll walk in and I'll say, Mark, could we speak for a moment? Leo, perfect. And then you have to tell him the facts. You could say, you told me we would be talking about my future role in the film. Anna, what if he says it was just a casual conversation? He's good at changing what he said. Leo, then you tell him how you interpreted it. You'll have to speak very clearly. Don't let him change the subject. Just keep talking about the promise he made you. Anna, you're right. I will tell him. I need to do this. I've spoken to HR and they told me to document everything that we say. Leo, exactly. No matter what he says, you'll have told him what you think. Now go talk to him. We can talk again tonight after it's done. Just go in there and say what you need to say. Okay, so in that conversation, there were several verbs that were repeated again and again. We had say, tell, speak, and talk. These four verbs that French people mix up quite a lot. And the main reason that they're confusing for French people is that in French, the French word dire can be both say and tell. And the French verb parler can be both speak and talk. Whereas in English, each one has a specific job. So, pull up your chair and pay attention. Let's get this straight. Here's a quick guide before I get into the complicated part. When we use the word say, we focus on the words someone uses. For example, think of quoting someone. When we use the verb tell, we focus on the person who's receiving the information. The verb speak is more formal. It's used for languages and serious, like one-way communication. And talk is more informal, used for two-way conversation or a casual chat. Okay, here's a more detailed way of going through it. When we use say, we want to say what was said. Now that seems a bit strange, but think of it like this. Someone says something or someone said something. For example, he said, I'm leaving. She said that she was happy. The most important thing for French speakers, you cannot say someone something. That doesn't work. If you want to include the person, you have to use the word tell. For example, can you tell me what he said? So we put the me in it. She told her boss the news. I'll tell you about it later. So we have me, her boss, and you. So we're saying which person gets it. And we do not use to. We don't say tell to someone something. That doesn't work. She told me a secret. That's good. She told to me a secret. That is not. Okay? If you want to use to, it's because it's a verb. She told me to keep it a secret. To keep. That's okay. So if we want to draw a parallel, he said that he was cold. He told me that he was cold. That's the difference. So speak, we use it for languages. Do you speak French? I speak 3 languages. And we use it for formal or serious situations. I need to speak with my manager about a problem. Right? It's more serious than to talk. The president will speak to the country tonight, which sounds formal. And talk is more informal. I was talking to my friend on the phone. Let's talk about your vacation plans. Or we need to talk. Right? So just a quick example of each. Tomorrow I will speak at the conference. It's formal and it's a one-way presentation. And after my presentation, we can talk about it over coffee. So it's informal and it's a two-way conversation. Anyway, that's enough for this week. Go and practice it. Go back and listen to the conversation at the beginning of this episode. See if you can pick all of that out, if it makes sense to you. And I'll catch you next week. Don't forget to subscribe.